Over the next few weeks, we're bringing you along with us as we explore Scandinavia during winter. From frozen sea crossings, ice hotels, and historic sites we didn't even know existed, this is going to be an action-packed adventure you won't want to miss. We're kicking off our Scandinavia trip here in Stockholm, and as you can see behind me, winter is in full swing. So we wanted the most efficient way to see the city while staying as warm as possible as we do it.
Luckily, Stockholm is home to one of the world's longest art galleries, its metro system, and today we're using it as our guide.
We picked a few of the most iconic underground stations, and at each stop we'll head back up to the surface to experience a different piece of Stockholm along the way, showing you how you can explore this city in this fast, unique, and completely unforgettable way. Maybe some of Stockholm's best sites are actually underground. So when we started our research on what to do while we were here in Stockholm, one thing kept popping up more than just about anything else. It's metro stations. But beyond that, there wasn't a whole lot more information about it. Like, how many should you visit? Which ones are actually worth it? And can you turn it into a full day exploring the city?
So that's exactly what we're doing today. Instead of popping into random stations, we picked 5 that look incredible to us, not just for the art, but for what's above.
And with that being said, we're heading to our first stop now, T-Centralen.
So we've made it to our first station on our metro subway tour. This is T-Centralen, which is actually the main hub. The walls are blue, which is very calming, which is a contrast to what's going on all around us. Super nice because, like I said, everything's going on here, the hustle and bustle, but down here, it feels very calm. It's pretty crazy that above us is like the hub of everything, shops and bars and all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna head upstairs so we can go look at that now.
Like Aaron said, there's tons of places to eat here. There's shops, there's restaurants, and all kinds of stuff. We're actually here in the main central station. So this is, if you're taking the Arlanda Express from the airport, this is where it'll drop you off. This is like one of a couple of buildings. We actually got lost in another one that just had tons of shops. And this one has 3 floors of restaurants. But seeing how we are people of culture, we're at McDonald's. So we're gonna fill it for just a little bit before we head on to our next station. Catch you in a second.
So we have made it to our second stop on our metro subway art tour. This place is unlike any stop we've been to so far. It kind of feels like you're in the center of the world right now. Pink exposed walls, it's just so cool here.
One of the cool things that we found about this station is a lot of the pictures make the color of this station actually look brown, but the color is actually really important to the artist who designed this one. This is actually a hue of pink that can be found in the North African Atlas Mountains, and the artist said that you should be able to find these in the rock under the Stockholm courthouse as well.
Wow, look at this thing. It just is like coming out of the ceiling.
But we're not staying underground for long.
It's cold.
We have made it to one of Stockholm's most beautiful walkways. I've got Stockholm's Town Hall on this side, beautiful, colorful buildings. There's boats that are stuck in the ice, and if you don't believe me how cold it is, this whole bay right here is covered in chunks of ice. It's quiet, it's calm, it's chill, and it's absolutely freezing.
This is crazy though. Aaron says this is the river. I guess it's called a river walk. I thought this was the ocean, but either way, these boats aren't going anywhere. They are frozen in place. All right, we've had enough of as much as this river walk as we can handle, so we're gonna head back underground. But on our way to the next station, I'm gonna break down how you can buy tickets to the metro so you can do your own art tour here in Stockholm. So now that we're making our way onto our third station of the day, if you're wondering how to do this tour yourself, you probably wouldn't be alone. When we first started researching, there wasn't a whole lot of information other than this station has cool art or that station has cool art. Luckily, it's not too complicated. You can always just show up to the station and just buy a single ticket, or you can actually download the SL Travel Planner, which is the local metro app. And on here, you can directly purchase a ticket. We're actually only doing a day pass, and it came out to about $20 per person, which isn't too bad for a day exploring the city.
To the next station we go. This station's like a scavenger hunt. The other ones, you got off the station and the art's there. This one, haven't found it yet. The buttons are in Swedish, so we're just gonna guess that the up button is the green button.
This is really cool. These stations have their own funiculars. You don't really have to pay extra for stuff like this. Hey, look at that. The counterweight's about to go. Yeah, that's cool. I love a good funicular ride.
Wow. It's like we're in Switzerland all over again. Wow.
This one's really cool.
This one's really cool because instead of it being paint, these are lights that are like hung from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot different than the past two.
It was really hard to find. Like this went all the way down to the bottom. There's 3 levels and then walked around forever and finally found it. It's so worth it. So all the locals are walking by right now and they're not even giving this a second glance. I mean, this is so cool. I feel like a moth to a flame. I can't stop looking at it.
This one is actually pretty short and sweet, but it really packs a punch. This one's like striking compared to the other ones because the light just radiates. The last kind of remind me of like an EKG monitor, like the beep, beep, beep. It's super cool. It's very Scandinavian though, very Swedish. I'm thinking like minimalist since it's so small, but very simple, but it gets the message across. Since there's not a whole lot to this one, we're actually going to stick with the Swedish theme and go to a cafe upstairs and participate in a fika. So we'll catch you topside.
So we just went to our first ever fika.
Yeah, fika here in Sweden is like a daily ritual, I think is what we've heard. So basically it's a time to slow down, grab a coffee, grab a little snack, and get away from work for a little while.
It's time to hang out with friends, catch up, but the whole point is to slow down, to disconnect.
Yeah, so we actually turned the cameras off. We took a couple of clips and just got a break for a second. We went to a restaurant or a cafe called Pascal. It was a little bit crowded.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in there. Most of Sweden was in there. The tables are communal, so you're sitting with a bunch of different people, but I think that's kind of the spirit of fika.
Yeah, it seemed like everybody was just kind of chilling. There was a sign in there that said no laptops between like 11 and 3.
To really just drive in the fika culture. But now that we're caffeinated, let's head back underground to our next station. Our next station might be one of the most photographed spots in all of Stockholm.
Whoa. Designed in 1973, Stadion is the station that's home to this massive floor-to-ceiling rainbow. Originally designed to commemorate the stadium, the Olympic Stadium, that hosted the Olympic Games here in Stockholm in 1912. It's bright, it's bold, it's beautiful, and it just makes you feel happy when you step off the train.
And just a short walk from here is the Humlegården, so let's go. Back outside, and it is
a lot warmer down there.
Can't put my fingers on.
It's a great snowy day activity, except for the above ground stuff. It's very warm down there. It's very not warm up here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how cozy that it is, like on the subway. You would think with the doors opening and closing all the time that it would be like pretty cold down there.
They got the heat going down there.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm ready to go back downstairs. So we've made it to the park and wow, this is so cool. It's peaceful, it's residential. It feels like where the locals hang out. The path is crazy. I didn't understand that we're on a path right now because it's just snow everywhere. They live it here.
Even on cold winter days, this park is full of life. There's kids sledding, there's people building snowmen, there's dogs in the dog park. It's a really cool part of town, and it honestly feels like we're kind of in Stockholm and like amongst the locals. It seems like a very livable, like normal neighborhood, not touristy at all. I'd be curious to see what it's like in the summer. There's different kinds of like sculptures and stuff. There's one that even commemorates Avicii, if you know who that is. And then the National Library behind us, we were able to get a warm cappuccino, warmed our bones a little bit. But in the summertime, they also have snacks and stuff like that. This is an awesome park and a cool way to see the city, but it's cold. We're heading back down underground to our final stop of the day. We'll catch you in just a minute. Man, it's really cold here.
That's better. We made it to our last metro station, which is completely different than the other stations we've been to today. This one depicts the garden, which is upstairs. They also have sculptures and relics that are just like Stockholm's rich history.
This station is called Kungsträdgården, I hope. It actually roughly translates to the King's Garden, which is the very park that sits above this station. So not only is the station done up in this awesome like exposed rock, but it also has a colorway of green, white, and red, which is supposed to be reminiscent of a royal French garden. And while those facts make this station unique in their own right, one of the facts that I found out that I thought was way more interesting than all the rest is that they found out that this metro station actually has its own ecosystem. So some of the algae here and the different creatures that they found are actually more of cave and grotto creatures than metro subways. And they found a cave dwarf spider, which shouldn't exist here at all, and they believe that the only reason it is here is because it hitched a ride on the machine equipment that carved out this station.
This is so cute. This is so darling. There's like little twinkle lights. People are out and they're skating and they're happy. Oh my God, it just feels magical.
We are just having the best time walking around the Kungsträdgården. Please don't kill me in the comments for that.
It's fun to see everybody out with their friends instead of indoors and on their phones.
Yeah. It's like both the parks we've been to today, like people were outside. It didn't matter if it was dark, cold. Community is a thing here, and the metro stations allow us to see it today. It's really cool.
We really enjoyed using the metro as our guide today, and if I had to pick a favorite, my favorite would be the Rainbow Station. I mean, the massive rainbow from end to end, it was just stunning, and it really does kind of like blow your mind. You're on a train station and all of a sudden there's just all these bright colors and you're underground. What about you? What was your favorite?
My favorite is going to be this one because it seemed like the most detailed. There was like so many different like nooks and crannies that had the art just put into it.
The tour was fast, fun, and a great way to see Stockholm in just one day without having to stand in long lines or freezing outside.
Well, a little bit of freezing.
Just a little bit.
But we only did 5 stations, as you saw, and you could honestly add as many or take as many away as you wanted to. It took us a little bit longer. You could totally do the 5 that we did in a half a day and see the top side as well. Or you can add a whole bunch of stations, skip the top side, and just see all the art. You can really customize this any which way you want to. We just wanted to show you how you can make this trip your own. If you've enjoyed this is the first part of our Scandinavia series. We are on a one-day cruise tomorrow, heading towards our next country. So quick trip here in Stockholm. But we'll see you next week. So until next time.
We are going to
McDonald's.
I'm trying to be more Gen Z and get some cute pictures. Like that puppy. I'm trying to be more Gen Z. They just take pictures of random things.